Everybody, welcome back to Washington, D.C. It's smelling swampy out here today, and there's extra mosquitoes too.
A lot of mosquitoes.
So we're gonna have a guest today that is gonna run the channel. We all know who he is. Everyone give a big round of applause to Patriot Steve for stepping up to the plate and bringing you guys the coverage you all want. Hello, Southern California, Beverly.
God bless you, Beverly. We're taking.
I will be in an undisclosed location, staying completely lawful.
Exactly.
While still giving you guys the footage you deserve.
That's right. Wow, that was a good sandwich from Safeway.
And John, if you're listening, I'm not gonna go live twice. Steve is gonna run this all the way to the jail. So we're gonna keep it going. Beverly says we love you. Julie says hi, Patriot Steve. Steve is dedicated to making sure you guys get the footage you need. And today's a great day. I was up till 6 in the morning. I slept about 6 hours, woke up around noon, went to the library. I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours at the library taking care of business. And it's a great day. I'm very positive today. Just like yesterday.
Got a good little group going on. But we're still working on doing things. Justin stayed with Tommy and Mickey.
I'm sorry you missed it.
Oh, that's all right. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I might do some shopping because I do need I need like some charger cable, a box, like the box you plug into the wall that you connect the cable to.
I need that too for my size phone. If you can buy me one if you have enough.
No, they're all the same. They're all reversing. Well, there's some that are different, but they're like super expensive.
No, I'll find it.
No, I'll get you one. I'll get you one.
It always is the wrong one. People buy them from me all the time.
Oh, that'd be good.
I'm gonna go in and use the restroom here. Before we go.
I know, it is a total load of crap. But
we'll be praying.
It'll be all right.
Tony, this is Steve. We'll be praying for you, buddy. I've been listening to your testimony in the background. We'll be praying for you. God bless you, man. All right, we'll talk to you later.
And I'm not going to be alone at all tonight. Even though that Steve will be hosting the channel tonight, I will be at a legal safe, extra safe distance. You know, I'm not even going to get close to a limit for all the law enforcement and guards watching right now. There's not a chance I'm going to get anywhere near there. There's no reason, because I have God on my side, ultimately. And God's telling me, don't even get close to them. All the shady stuff they're doing already, don't mess with it. So God's giving me a break. And I praise him for that. And I am gonna, hold on. Hey, you need to join in so I can moderate you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna moderate Mike, and then I'm gonna be watching after Steve leaves on Mike's channel. And after that, I'll be in there as Mike, or maybe I'll change the name to some funny names along the way. We could think of some, can't we? But yeah, I'll be in there as Mike to start with, or we'll see. Mike's about to comment right now, and I'm gonna moderate. We're just waiting for him to end a phone call. So I will be in there. I won't really be moderating, you know, I'm just going to be there to help John if needed. or, you know, anybody. I would just like to have control of the chat while I can't have control of the footage, you know. So John's still in full control. I'm just gonna be, and JD, you'll still be moderating, and I won't be saying much. Like I just, you know, I want to have some hands in this, you know.
I don't know how to do this.
No, comment. Make a comment. Say hi, Josh.
What'd you say? What did I just hear?
But thank you, JD, for being here.
Alright, I'm gonna leave that, I'm gonna leave it. You staying here, Mike, there?
Well, Mike's about to comment.
Mike's in
And
here.
I'm gonna make a moderator, and then me and Mike are gonna be
What's your name, Mike?
viewing through.
Yeah, what's your name? I think it's Mike.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna name something.
You say hi?
Like Captain.
Oh, you're in as recreation revenue? You just said that?
Yeah.
That works. That works.
Racing
That works the best, actually. That's cool. My account's already on there. Heck yeah.
Mike's
Boom.
Mike's
Well, I can
a
keep
genius,
that as a
we all know
moderator.
it. He's a
But
secret
no,
agent.
you gotta lose his access though eventually.
Mike's
This is gonna be a thing.
Mike's a secret agent genius.
You want to see the Trump back now? He's so lucky. He ain't even got me fighting so hard all the time.
Mike is a secret agent genius.
Okay. Yeah, right.
He's not with the FBI or DOJ or presidency or Secret Service. He is with the CIA.
Yeah, right.
I'm just kidding with you, brother.
Yeah.
You know I am. Give me some knuckle on that. That was a joke, dude.
That's not funny.
That's not funny. You know how many times I've been called an FBI informant in the last 6 months?
No.
A lot. Too many.
No puppers.
Actually, not an informant as much as a disruptor. They say there's several FBI agents dressed up and acting like us that do acting jobs, and they just disrupt. That's kind of what ant and squirrel people were like, disruptors. Saying they're patriots, but they're really not. They're disruptors, just like at the
Steve will be
J6.
hosting the channel tonight.
I mean, I haven't.
I will be at a legal
I was
safe
joking with you.
Oh.
extra safe
friend's
distance.
joke.
You know, I'm not even gonna get close
That's
to
a,
a limit.
I'm
for all
totally
the
joking with you, man.
guards.
I would lay my life down for you in a second. I would. So would he. You got friends around. That's why we hang out with you and trust you to come over and hang out with us, right?
Stuff they're doing already?
We're all being traced. It ain't no big deal. We got nothing to fear. Zero.
God's giving me a break.
It's the truth. You know that.
I'm gonna hold on. Mike, moderate Mike, and then I'm gonna be watching after Steve leaves on Mike's channel. Channel names up there. Is it? That's what I'm gonna be in the chat as. Mike's about to comment right now, and I'm gonna moderate.
I'm gonna make that.
Every single time I pick up passenger, she like freaks out.
This is all happy people. Yeah,
That's a good looking
I don't know,
Datsun.
they're probably from a different country. That was
Oh man, don't tempt me.
I know. Let me just get rid of you right now.
Look, he's like, no, mama.
Lot of
Look, he
Americans.
got right behind you. He knows what's up.
You notice how they're walking?
Look at that Dotson. That's a good-looking dog.
That is a good-looking Dotson.
And you see him look at mama like, look, they talking about me.
That's right.
He's a smart Dotson, too.
You know, we have found, haven't we, Josh, that a lot of the black folk in this town that work here for the government and such, and they do a lot of the labor type jobs from security all the way up and down. But a lot of the black folk workers here in this town, they really like the conservative people.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones that are
They
allowing.
know who the enemy is.
Yeah, and they sort of like
suffer,
they like having us around. We're kind of like unusual to them, and they want us here. A
It's
lot
like
of
a
them.
sight for sore eyes for some people.
Amen. Right, Mike? They like seeing, because some of the black folk that are around here that are Democrat and such, or, you know, they like seeing some of us conservatives show up. Some of them, not all of them. There's a portion. Police and security type people, obviously not the prison cases, prison people so much, but a lot of the security, they're on our side inside themselves, I believe.
They just can't show it off.
No, so they like seeing us walking around with flags
So soon,
and cameras.
I'd say, I don't know, what time are you leaving? It's up to you.
Whenever
man.
you want me to go, I'm ready.
I mean,
It's like 5:36 right now.
we can hang. I don't want to kick you out so soon. I want to hang out with you.
Oh yeah, let's
It's
hang
not like
out.
I can come with you.
Yeah, I thought we were going to walk together for a while.
Well, for a while, yeah. I know where my
But
cutoff
whenever
spot
you,
is.
it's
Yeah.
your channel. I'm helping you out. You're the captain. You're the captain.
Yeah, I know where to make a right or I know where to make the right or left.
I'm gonna
at
do what
while
you say.
go straight.
You will have no problem.
Because I make it extra safety because
I'm not
I know
one-
they have to drive sometimes around a long way because it's a one-way road. So I have to avoid that area completely because he done makes, he could be like, oh, I saw him driving, and then there'll be a manhunt for me.
He's prowling around the
Yeah,
zone
yeah,
and
I'm
all
done
kinds of shit.
prowling,
You know they're
yeah.
going to be
Yeah,
watching.
that's why I'm going to stay at a complete
surprised they're
safe
not watching
distance.
your ass right
So
now.
my rights are safe, not so he's safe.
This is one of them right here with the dog. Oh Lord, what we do to get along.
Yeah.
No, not a good idea.
No.
You see. So this
I don't know
is
how
what-
many feet it is. It's 100 yards, but I already looked at the GPS and I already made like a big extra safety zone and like a whole DMZ zone, and I'm not gonna go anywhere near no DMZ, let alone the barrier.
Thanks for the sample.
And I did the whole complex, every part of the city, and that's a big old chunk. Like that's like. It's some square mileage I
No,
cut
that's all I
myself
need,
off
and I
from.
appreciate
And,
it.
I was having nightmares last night about, me just
Yeah.
spacing off my barrier where I'm supposed to be going. And
stay away from scissors because it can
it was freaky. I was waking up feeling like I forgot about that, and I was just normally walking to work, way I feel it, and then all of a sudden forget, like, oh man, I was supposed to not go here today, and then I get arrested, and I could have served like 180 days in jail. It was ridiculous. The things that are being held over my head is ridiculous, but it just puts me in a good mood, honestly. I know who's on my side.
I squeeze them a little, but lemon, I just need more lemon. Lemon's one of the best foods for life you can have.
Do we have code? What do you mean, do we have code?
All parasites, cleans all freaking shit inside your body. They can't handle acidic stuff. It's just power packed to kill all parasites, all diseases. When you have a cold and stuff, do lemon. Hot tea, hot water, and lemon. Kick your ass. cayenne pepper and lemon will kick the butt on any kind of disease, especially flus and colds. Will. Yeah. A lot of the Latin people don't ever get sick because they eat so much hot pepper stuff. And it kills parasites and cold flu stuff. Kills it. Viruses. Kills viruses. So I got used to doing lemon. I love the taste. I used to actually fast on lemons. For a 10-day fast all the time. Just drinking lemon juice, pure maple syrup, and cayenne pepper. That's all I drank for 10 days at a time. I went 18 days once. I learned to go 20 miles a day. Paul's temporary anti-stalking order. Oh my God, dude, you gotta fucking call. You know they're watching your side. Excuse me, your side just hear me say that.
I can't wait till you get there. I can see
Did
how
they
you-
just hear me say that?
Everyone hears you.
Oh my God.
I never tried this one.
You got nerve, brother. I appreciate it. Just trust me, I can do all the things. You do it well. Oh, Laura, I got to
Look, official coconut water of the Olympics.
$10 for that? Was that?
This wasn't $10. Are you kidding me?
No, I was going to say, that was something else. Then you bought this, that's too bad.
This water? This water will be gone by tomorrow morning.
Hey, I'm going to start calling him the Icelander.
There were other things.
What's that one called? The Highlander.
I'm a Viking.
He's got the sword and he takes all the spirits out and comes up to the devil and goes, and act like a little sword fighter. Cuts their head off.
I'm a Viking.
Well, that's what I mean, Icelander. Icelander's a Viking.
Dude, when you say Icelander, it sounds like you're saying you slander.
Well, I do slander a little bit. I slander the evil. I love slandering the evil. I do. I call wicked out.
Me
Sorry.
too.
I'm not afraid to. Can't be afraid to call the wicked out. I mean, real good, wickedness, even the devil himself. From the highest Satan to the lowest piece of shit, cell that's carnal and corrupted. You can't be afraid to call anything out. That's of evil. I'm talking evil and wickedness, which is intention. A lot of people do carnal things, but they don't really mean to it, or they're brainwashed so much they just do it. But some people, many of souls now, they intentionally, as you know, want to hurt people. From our federal government all the way down to the guy on the street.
I wouldn't necessarily say that is people. I would say that those are demonic entities that have
Inside the people.
that have taken possession of.
Thank you, John.
To a lot of degree, yeah.
Yes.
Those are heavy.
Where's your phone
duty.
at?
I've been dealing with it.
You got it.
I have your phone.
Yeah, you got my phone.
I have my phone on now. I got 40%. I put it there.
I lost my.
The other side. Don't say anything to me. My card?
I remember you giving it to me. I've already put it away. Waiting for you. I remember double checking like I did that.
You had your wallet with you when you got arrested, right?
No, I wasn't ready. I was waiting.
No. Okay.
Everything's
So you pushed your number to me? Let me see, just real quick. Why isn't your number registering in my phone? I thought you saw it to me.
He texted you.
Not there.
That's your contact. That's your
Recent call logs. Just text it to me real quick. I'll give you my number and you can call.
Put that on mute for a second.
Well, it's not even a restraining order. It's a temporary anti-stalking order.
435.
I can't wait to go to court on this. I'm also excited to announce I'm going to be doing 2 segments with Cowboy Logic. And I believe they are on, what is it? I think it's Getter. And some other things, possibly. I'll definitely have more information out for you all. It's just in my email that I can't access at the moment. But we will be publishing all that and more. A big shout out to Cowboy Logic. I had a great conversation with them. They're great true patriots, that's for sure.
You silly boy. You have the voice of a friend of mine. She lives in Maryland. That is funny. You are so funny. That was a good one. Now I gotta do this. What do I call you?
Yeah, you guys gotta check out that YouTube video
Alright, I know.
that John made. It's amazing. JD just posted it.
Daughter God. Daughter God. Still great, good. Even though you are. Like, we all sinners. Even if we break one teeny of the jot of the law. Well, we break one thing. We're forgiven.
So you know, sometimes signal can be funny over there. Hopefully tonight will be fine.
Yeah, amen. I understand.
But I've already given some basics, right? If you just keep like look at my screen once in a while, I appreciate it. But I'll be watching too. I'm moderating through. My name is Paul's temporary anti-talk.
This all done.
You want to talk to Mike? Maybe. That's the most you can get. We have full strength signal. Right
Okay,
now.
let me read
2,000 kbps.
Full strength. What does it go down to when I know it's a problem? Just one
It will
number?
start messing everyone up when
Yeah,
it gets
what
below
number?
500.
Okay, 500.
So, and
I
it will,
got you.
you'll
And
see
then
it. You
back
see
it
how it's
off.
green?
Yeah.
the numbers will turn yellow and then like
Red.
and then red. And
Okay,
then
I got
it
you.
Cuts.
I got it. That's all I need to know.
And that's your battery strength.
Got it.
That's the mic, so you
Got
can
it.
see the mic's
See it.
receptive.
Thank you.
And that's like something per second.
And I never do this stuff, but I get it because.
And don't press that
I'm
X.
committed.
And if the message,
I'm not pressing anything.
Say
dude.
we lost signal.
I'm not touching anything.
I hear you. Say we lost signal right now.
Mm-hmm.
A message is going to cover up all this information. You won't be able to see the 30 or the 2000 or the 91. The message will pop up. You're going to see the X. Don't press this X, no matter what. If the message pops up and says bad signal, just try to find good signal.
All right.
But
And
don't find signal by waving it around too much.
Right.
Try to find signal
Back
back off and set it still and
Gotcha.
step away from it, because even my body mass alone will
Wow.
block the signal.
It's a good thing to know. Yeah, I'm gonna have my camera.
So if you hover over it, like you
I'm gonna have my phone here.
okay,
I don't have a lot of power,
that's fine. Let's put it right here.
and I'm gonna have it here from his phone.
Okay.
You call me from his phone,
Yeah.
obviously. I'll actually turn the ringer up on my dial because I never have it up.
So let's go for a little walk.
A walk? Yeah, let's do it. Because it's 5:40. Let me get this ringtone way up there. No, I thought I had it up there. Let's see. I don't know. I actually very rarely do these things, but no problem. No problem. Okay. I mean, I've helped out on a few streams, but that was when they were set up. I've never run a stream when, obviously.
Certain parts, like no, I can't. Like unless there's another entrance from another side. The entrance, technically, I'm out of that zone, but you see, there's a turnaround right there because there's not one way. They have to take a long way and come back from like where the captain parts, where the entrances, or all this come that way. So how
I can't have my phone there. It'll fall out of my pocket.
I can, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do any bit of it.
Yeah. You don't really push the emulator. You really don't want to push it.
I don't need to.
No.
I wasn't even trying to in the first place.
Well, you weren't trying to, but you did. a little.
Yeah, I certainly did.
Just enough. Freaked enough. The fact that you stay, you want to carry that, put it in your thing, and I'll put it in your thing.
I got you.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh man.
Something weird happened right there. Did you see that? Because the dude was like, "What's up?" Somebody.
No, I can stream, and we're gonna be at Steve's on his way right now. I'm gonna walk him I'm gonna stay about 50 yards from my own DMZ zone. DMZ zone gives me like an extra, another 50 yards, and then beyond that, it's like the 100 yards. So we're not going to the border, but
You got room in your
we're
backpack?
gonna. No, I'm gonna carry that with my hands. Dude, grab that tripod. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna carry the tripod. Like this?
Yep.
Pointing out front?
Right here. No, you don't.
No, I wanted to practice that real quick. All right, pick up and you kick it like that. I like this tripod if I ever do this.
Yeah, too bad Hauser broke it.
Yeah, well, we'll get that worked out.
Pretty dope.
How do you keep it steady?
Watch out for the dog there.
I see it. How do you keep it steady? Just whatever.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it. And we're not going to be zooming in at all today, guys. I'll teach Steve that tomorrow.
What is that? Kleenex?
That's a pack of Kleenexes. That might come in handy.
I'm not touching that. You keep telling me not to touch stuff. I'm not touching.
Mike always tells me not to touch stuff too.
Well, I take that advice to a degree,
Yeah.
to a lot of degree, around here.
Especially like those voodoo dolls they're leaving at the National Mall.
Wow. I don't know why nobody ever
They
made.
don't scare me, but like I ain't trying to touch stuff.
I don't know why nobody ever made a video of the voodoo dolls, you know? Did anybody do a deep video on the voodoo dolls? They were,
I think so.
they should have been. They should have been, well,
They
yeah.
don't even like.
No, I
It don't
meant,
bother me. It don't influence me at all.
I mean to the degree of saying that's part of the harassment. Wow.
Oh, see, my tripod fell apart again, guys.
Because of Hauser. Let me see. Let me
Hauser.
do that. Let me do this.
I need a
can do it
tripod.
when it happens.
Yeah. Now it's stripped. Okay.
I see. So I almost have
so
to
you just
hold
have to
it
kind of
down
like
there.
wedge it in a sense.
I got
but
it.
Not too tight.
Not too tight.
too
I got it.
loose.
And I'm gonna hold it maybe.
And don't play with that too much because that's what makes it pop out.
Interesting.
That's all right. You know what you're doing.
Well, I don't know about that. It's the first time I've ever walked down the street with
Wait, we gotta
a
make a
setup.
left.
I mean, I've stood at places with setups already set up, and I haven't walked the streets with them. But I do know how to walk streets. Done it for 20 years. Hey, we got an American flag down there on the house. Maybe it's for rent. Believe it or not, there's several people looking for a place to rent for patriots. But it's pretty expensive. Closer you are to DC, obviously. These houses here, to rent one of these, this close.
Oh man, it's a high dollar.
Yeah.
High dollar. And
Okay.
you gotta put rainbow flags in your yard to fit in. If you don't put BLM and rainbow flags, then you're likely to get robbed or something. But we got Ukraine flag.
Look at that big old dog right there.
All the propaganda's here in DC.
That's a worthy dog. Take a picture of.
That is-
Yeah, there are some flags though around the area. There are a lot of flags. Well, American
There's a lot
flags.
of propaganda flags.
No, not a lot of American flags. There are places where I've seen several.
Look, there's
We
a
just-
5G tower.
Wow, 5G tower.
Yeah.
Wow, that's how
Look,
easy.
You see the warning? You can't read the warning.
Oh
from
my
down here.
gosh.
Dude, that's a warning.
Oh my
You
goodness.
see the warning way up
Yeah,
there? We
I
need
see
someone to
it.
Zoom in on that. And
Oh
it says
my!
all the
I can
dings.
see it from here. Notice, warning. And way up there, you can't read the print. Nobody. They'd have to be a 40-foot giant to read that warning. A 40-foot giant only could read that warning. Up there, it says notice, and that's a warning sign.
5G.
You guys, that's bizarre. That's 5G
No, your phone.
on a what do you call it?
My phone can't do that. Phone's too small.
Street light.
Even like
Nice street light with 5G, and then a warning that nobody can see. God help us. On East Street in DC.
They legally have to put it, but they found some loophole where they're allowed to put it 40 feet in the air.
You know you're wearing one of my favorite outfits, though, in the last 6 months. Top 5 outfit right there.
For me?
Yeah. In a strange way, you're representing the blue.
I am representing the blue.
You always told me
I'm
you like
representing
cops.
the best of the blue. I love the
Yeah.
police.
Yeah, you've always told me that. And I'm the same
best
way.
of the blue by exposing the worst.
Ah, there you go. And I'm the same way. I think you know that about me, but maybe you don't. I tell people all the time. In my hometown, I risk my life for pro-life and police, number 1 and 2. Trump's number 3. Jesus is number 4. But the blue. A lot of people don't like me in my hometown because I stand for the blue. The ones that do the right job.
And the people who say, I don't call the police, they're the first ones to call the police.
Yeah. Hey, there's some lemons.
Look at the cat.
Or limes, I mean.
That's true.
Nice little cactus.
It makes your yard look really nice when it's these this small. It's easy to make it look nice.
Mike's so shy.
Dude, I love these Japanese maples.
Statehood for people in D.C., that's an issue here in Washington, D.C. Obviously. How many years?
For many years.
Yeah, many years. What do you think of that issue? No way?
It's unconstitutional. There's no way.
No way.
It's against the Constitution.
Against the
You
Constitution.
have to rewrite parts of the Constitution or make a giant amendment that's anti-constitutional.
Mm. Why is that? Why not? Why
It
can't?
wasn't supposed to be residential like this. It's just simply supposed to be a small place of land for the federal government. That's it.
It wasn't supposed to be a state.
Nope.
Once it's a state, that state has more power than all the other states because it has the federal government in it,
Yeah.
and most of the workers are from that state.
Yeah.
So they would rule the United States from here by being a state, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
In a sense. I mean, they'd have a heck of a lot of power if this became a state right here.
Now this is where I stop.
Yeah, this is your line.
It is now.
Well, I need to know where you're at.
Well, I'm up. You just keep walking.
16th?
Yeah. Because I am where I'm supposed to be.
All right, baby. Well, the prison's right down there. I see
You
it.
can see it, like, what is that, like 400, 600
Yeah,
yards away?
that's at least 3 football fields, 4 football fields.
Yeah, and I'm going to be
I
even
played
further
football.
than this, so.
You're right here on 16th Street and East Street. We're documenting that.
And I'm not passing.
So where are you going to hang
Document
out?
me walking the other way.
Where are you going to hang out?
Oh, I don't know. That's undisclosed. I don't want corrupt people following me around.
But you're going to call me and let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that flag right there? I've never seen that one.
Let's go up and
What's that flag?
stretch it out. No, don't.
No, don't go on their thing, please, please. Just different. It looks like it has the cap. Looks like it has the capital on it. That's all. It's yellow and yeah. It's an unusual looking flag. We see them all around here. We're flag people. All right. Well, give me a hug. God is with us,
I'll be watching you.
and you can call me on the right number and.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have fun tonight.
All right, buddy.
Mike, you ready to have fun?
All right, he's coming with you. Love you, man. We'll see y'all later. I'm going down.
I love you. Hey, be careful. Don't touch the top of the phone. Those buttons are deadly up there.
I am not touching anything. Sorry, guys, I won't.
Just
Except
saying.
I'm going to ask Dave to help me and others.
Let Dave. Like, best thing you ask Dave is, what's the worst thing I could do, Dave? Just ask him that. Like, what? Don't tell me what to do. Tell me what not to do.
Yeah.
That's easier.
That's a good one. I like that advice.
I love you, brother.
All right, man. Be safe.
See you guys. Hey, I'll be in the chat. Me and Mike are probably gonna. I don't know. We're gonna have fun. This is day off. Thanks to my brother Steve. Thanks to Mr. Hauser. I really appreciate the corruption, because that's what I'm out here to expose, and you guys are just feeding me footage. You guys are feeding me footage right on a silver platter. Like, I literally have a silver platter. You guys are just like, here you go, and I'm like, thank you.
Amen. God bless you, brother.
Thank you,
Jesus
God.
loves you.
God bless you all.
Amen. Oh boy. This is a British flag here, it looks like, because Queen of England, probably. Most of the flags in Washington, D.C. all week long, since Queen of England died, have been at half-mast in Washington, D.C. But interestingly, several places did not put their flags at half-mast. They were quite, I don't know, it was like some major headquarters that didn't do it. Obviously the China embassy, I was over there. The China ambassador. Hey, there's some American flags here in Washington, D.C., right next to right next to D.C. That's unusual. They must be good friends. I would say at least minimum 70 to 80% in Washington, D.C., which has its own police force and justice system, which is crazy. Anyway, around 70 to 80% are full blown out Democrats, leftists. Many are radical leftists, but full blown out Democrats. And that would be one of the very sticky problems of many of this place becoming a state ever. Like Josh said, it's not meant to be a state. It was meant to be just a place where the federal government would operate and stay in cheap housing and then go back home after their job was done. There's a congressional graveyard where the prison is at the bottom. I learned yesterday that this prison, this particular J6 prison in Washington, D.C., was getting ready to be condemned, and will be as soon as all the J6 people and such are gone. The so-called political prisoners are gone. That they will condemn the place and they're going to mow it all over because it's so old. That's one of the problems there. Plumbing's extremely old, the water's terrible, sewage and so forth and so on. Kitchen, so forth and so on. There's 2 more flags. That's amazing. Trying to tell Josh they are around. I've seen them, and I admire people in this town that put up an American flag. Surprised they're able to not have them ripped down. I'm sure when BLM riots again, they'll be ripped down. Or they'll take them down before they're ripped down. But it's a strong Democrat stronghold. And a lot of us that are protesting here, especially for long periods, nice truck, of time. You know, I've heard the same sentiment from several of us lately without asking, because several that have been here months are in and around DC doing this type of work, protesting and standing for America. Red car, you were out of line right there. Out of line, out of line, out of line. You know, it gets trying because of the people and energy around us. They're very, once again, you know, leaning left. The workers, the residents, and unfortunately many of the tourists. Probably easily 70% of the tourists are of the Democrat leftist persuasion. So you're dealing with that energy all the time, especially the locals. Especially if you're out in local land like this. These are locals, most of them. And 70-80% of them are Democrats, are of that leaning left. Anybody that's real conservative or MAGA or such in this town, living here and working here or doing this kind of thing here, you have struggles. It's a struggle from that standpoint. When you have 7 out of 10 people walking by you that are against your cause, it does become wearing after a while. But I don't know if y'all have ever seen the graveyard from this angle, but we're a little bit early. I'll get down there soon. It's a nice shot of the graveyard. I've never seen it from here. There's a blue tarp right over there. Looks like they're going to have a ceremony there tomorrow or so, probably tomorrow morning. It's an amazing graveyard. There's some graves right up over there on the other side of the main area, and probably all through here, but up that side. There's some graves in there that are from the Revolutionary. Wow, she almost got hit. From the Revolutionary War, 1776. There's a guy 20 years old that died in the Revolutionary War of 1776 in here. I saw the grave mark myself. Wow. In the Revolutionary War, a lieutenant. I'll have to find his gravesite if you like, sometime. I don't quite get this big chair here, but I keep wanting to sit in it and have my picture taken in that chair with my flag. I don't have my flag today, my big one, or any flag. Normally I have a telescopic flag, but it's kind of broken. I got to fix it. But in my backpack, but because I'm carrying the tripod and such, trying to help preserve Republican Road Real. So I'm concentrating on that a little bit. He likes to get here early, so I guess we're here around 6. Hello. The dog walkers here, if y'all haven't heard, in this graveyard, they walk their dogs here, right? They pull up, most of these are dog walking cars. These people are walking their dogs. Each dog, how much is it? Each dog is $500 per month to walk your dog here. So if you have one dog, it's $500 a month. If you have 2 or 3, go figure. And you got to pick up your own dog crap. They don't have somebody following you around for that amount. Look at that old grave. It's got grass growing on top of it. Mausoleum type thing. Stormtrooper! That's Roger Stormtrooper. Many of you might know him. So we're on the street that we can actually... Oh, I started my own. No, I didn't. This is Josh's because I guess you heard the story that he's been restraining ordered away from here by Hauser himself. Hauser and their attorneys at the police station obviously went to the point of this morning very early. They served him with a restraining order that says he can't be within 100 yards of Hauser because Hauser's claiming that Josh attacked him and intimidated him and all these charges. He's got a whole long charge list. I should have brought it for these guys to see, darn it. But so good old Josh, he has to stay 100 yards away, and he's about somewhere within 200, 300, 400 yards away to be safe.
Stay over here on the corner.
But no, no, this is too close.
Yards.
He already measured it. He'd have to be pretty far back.
Oh, really?
And he don't even want to squeeze it in. He wants to stay way out.
I hear you.
He doesn't want to try and cause any problem. Or, any kind of problem. So, yeah, you didn't hear about that today?
No.
Maybe not many have heard about it yet.
That's the first I heard about it.
They filed it earlier this morning. We were in shock. Or sometime last night. Oh, I'm sorry. When he went off the air here last night, they caught up to him.
Oh, they did.
They set a whole bunch of cars and everything to serve a restraining order. You're not live?
Oh, look at Santa. They had all those stormtroopers after.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing.
I guess when he got arrested, I understand they had like 15 cop cars. Come on.
Well, there were 6 down here.
Yeah, 15 and 6. Come on.
Because my phone got overheated, I was sitting over there. There were 6 cars.
That's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. How are you doing, Roger?
Better now that you're here.
Yeah, baby.
Egg colonies are coming down. Watch out, they could be Widowmakers. Hit me a few times today.
How's brother Steve doing? My brother Steve?
He went to go get ice and a few other things
Good.
at Safeway.
I'm having a little situation where I'm parked at down on the mall. So I might have to scoot this way tomorrow for sure. I think I got a guy telling me.
Really?
Sleeping actually in a vehicle. But I'm not sure. But he does a lot of unusual stuff that makes me think he's kind of watching. Because I know how to watch the watchers from a distance. I have a good eye for that. I got a hawk eye. But anyway, I might come up this way here soon. I'd like to camp near the prison.
It's nice.
Well, it's definitely going to be safe.
We got a bunch of deadbeats over here.
Love it.
Voters over here.
What'd you say again? Say that.
Deadbeat voters.
Yeah, we got a bunch of deadbeats and deadbeat voters over there.
Look how many there were.
Well, there's a lot of conservatives in
Oh,
there.
yeah, there is.
Yeah, I would assume. It's
Yeah.
not just for Democrats, right?
Yeah, it's
It's everybody.
Still,
This is many Congress people are buried here, and people real popular in the government.
Barry's buried here.
Barry not Goldwater. Barry White. No. What was it, Barry?
The
Mayor.
Washington D.C.
Yeah, I know. Richard Barry or not.
I just wanted to
Barry,
the dogs go by there.
A squirrel just dropped a walnut on Roger's shirt.
But I was just wondering, the dogs go by if they sniff it.
Oh my gosh, that's why they like the
they go
graveyard. I heard, because they can smell some stuff underground, in all those piles of people inside the crypt.
I mean, look at it.
Well, I know. I've walked through it. I hope everybody has.
I went through there with my streams.
And did they like it?
This is so different. They only wants to see the guy that signed the declaration.
Oh, I gotta find his grave. I haven't found. I want you to take me there.
It's just right over there.
Let's go there with a stream. Well, it's early. But listen, did you see the gravesite up around here? Not far from here. It's the guy from the Revolutionary War. He was the lieutenant, and he died at a young age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 1776 was the year he died.
Wow.
Yeah, in the war. It's that how many are older grave sites in here. Many of them are falling over.
The grave sites too, because the things could fall on.
Oh, I know. They're all loose. You can't mess around them.
It says,
It's like you're smoking a cigarette or something, leaning on one, and all of a sudden it falls on your foot. Because they're like hundreds of years old. $500 a dog per month.
They had somebody got buried.
How do these
And
people
they
do
had
it?
a New Orleans kind of jazz band, and they were walking up and down like they do in New Orleans. They follow the grave people, and it was wild. I was like, wow, this is cool. They were out there just jamming down, and it was nice. They played for like 2 or 3 hours, and they had a tent over there. I guess they were having a smorgasbord, and they played a lot of music over there. This is on Saturday. But it costs $500 to take your dog in there to poopy a month.
Somebody's asking about Roger and I hanging out down here a lot more. Well, I can speak for myself, but somewhat Roger maybe. I know he has said it, but I'm down here in D.C. to do the job I was called to do, and many of us were.
I wanted that tent on the lawn.
Yeah, we wanted to see the 1776ers do something in D.C. and continue to. When they chose not to, people like Roger and I and others have chosen to stay here.
That's right.
I've been on the road 6 months. It's no more time to play around.
I've been here since June 27th.
Wow, bro. I've been down since I left People's Convoy, my house, February 24th. I have not gone back to my home in Arizona. Because it's 2,400 miles.
I've lived in this vehicle since June 27th.
Wow, bro. I've lived in mine and other places for over 6 months. For this reason that we're here, sitting here right now for J6 and several other things that, God bless you, brother. I'm going to walk down just for a minute.
Go for it.
I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm just going to walk down here and back. If you want to live stream the graveyard, I'll walk with you. It's up to you. All right. And we're here for the J6 that came out of nowhere. That the 1776ers and others have supported. And I'm personally and others are personally doing some of the works that they were meant to do, other than being a part of this or that group that, I'm sorry to say, a lot of them just aren't being real. This is my opinion. They're just not being real effective in D.C. And they're probably being very effective in their states and communities, which is great. I've been doing that kind of thing for several years. I was called to D.C. I'm not leaving D.C. until I'm finished. And then I'm leaving D.C. and going home. So several people have asked me about 1776. I love David Ruddell, Santa. I love him. Great patriot. And every person in that group that I know well, great patriots. Many of them great people of God. Great in the sense of they believe and they try to practice somewhat their religion. Their Christian religion. And to make an effort like David and that group has and still does, as far as I know, to a lot of degree, to make the effort to help save our country by the Constitution as a constitutional republic, and so honor the Constitution, and then first and foremost to honor our God and our morality, and to work on our morality and become better and improved people in and through our God, our Maker, our Jesus. Trust me, I'm working on that still at 65. Every day, for sure, every day. Sometimes every hour, every minute. So as Josh evidently likes to do, he gets down here, one of the first and live streamers down here at a lot of these cars right here are not protesters, they're workers here. And they park out here, but they start leaving here soon. And then we pull in as they pull out. But we have parking. When the dog walkers leave, we have parking all the way up there. I didn't do any work on the streets today, so I guess I have a voice. So a lot of days I couldn't have talked. Lately, I couldn't have talked this much, believe it or not. Because my voice is too wore out. It's getting stronger every day, every week. My voice. Got to use our voices. Even if we holler and yell a little bit. It's okay too, as long as you're in control. You're not threatening people. I don't threaten people. Try not to. Ever. I try real hard not to, because down here, you threaten people, they'll throw you in one of these jails. And I don't particularly want to go through that experience. I'm willing to, obviously, especially when I hear what they do in these places around DC. Oh my gosh. I'm very grouchy when it comes to mistreatment. When people inappropriately touch me in any way, shape, or form. So it might be a tough road for me to go in jail. So trust me, I'm not afraid to go to jail, but I sure as heck don't want to go in one of these places in D.C. where they treat people and torture people and treat them inappropriately if they can and if they have a desire to. They have whole crews, obviously, in this prison that will be closed. I don't know if I finished, and condemned. This whole prison, believe it or not, will be condemned soon, and they're going to build condominiums right here. This will all be gone soon. Within 5-10 years, and the plan is to build condominiums. This is much older than it looks. Probably got a nice face on it out here, but inside, major problems. Plumbing. You got nice wire and nice fences. Oh, nice how we build fences all over America to hold our own people in prison, in jail. But we can't build just that fence on the southern border for 2,000 miles. It's sort of kind of keep persuade people not to want to go over. That's hard to climb over. You can get over it eventually, but build a wall. What happened to let's build the wall? Probably can't even talk about that on YouTube. I hope I don't get a phone call. So as y'all all well know, I'm sure, there is, right in front of you there is the main prison in Washington, D.C. area. There's some in Virginia, Alexandria, one in particular that I'm aware of. And it's a real bad one too. Some say worse than here. The treatment. Anyway, that's a picture of video of where most of the present January 6th prisoners political type prisoners. That's what they call them, being held. And here in Washington, D.C. at Central Detention Facility, Washington, D.C., 1901 D as in Delta Street, Southeast. 1901 D as in Delta Street, Southeast, Washington, D.C. Look at the size of that wall. How about that around the southern border? That'd stop them. You want to climb that wall, honey? No, 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 no. Now, I'm not talking about the fence with the razors. I'm talking just that wall. Put that wall and some razors up there around the southern border. They got walls all over D.C. like that, but they can't wall in the southern border. What a bunch of hypocrites. Many Americans just are. American government. God help us all. So, this is it at, what, 6:30 or so? I'll check my phone here. I got it somewhere. Thought I did. I must have it in my backpack. So I'm not looking at the comments a lot, but change of pace. Josh sort of said I didn't have to talk much if I didn't want to, and he didn't usually talk too much, especially down here when it's going on. Oh, I need to find my phone. Maybe I'm getting a call from him. But I'm going to set this down and walk around a little bit. I'll set it right that way or the other way. Let's see how I do this real quick. What's happening here? Let's see. What am I doing here? Do this. This. No, run it one at a time. Do this. Do this. No, I'm messing up. Okay, go back. Okay. Oh, I gotta undo this up here. This goes up here. Let's see. Let's see. I am not technical. Sorry. Very sorry. But I'm going to get this. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. How about this way? How about while we're down here, we don't have any other live streamers, a bunch of people around. Whoops. I just had a leg fall off. This is a great tripod. It really is. But it has some... Well, Hauser kind of hit. Not kind of. He actually hit. The guy that works here in this prison, he stands right over there. Little bald guy. I'll point him out tonight if he comes out here. But he won't because he's in trouble. Anyway, probably won't. Be interesting if they let him out here. Let me practice this a little. So I got the tripod down. That's an accomplishment without it falling over. Let's see. See if I can find my phone. Oh, goody. I did bring it. Let's see if we got any phone calls. What's going on? That phone. Well, that's so good. So I know we're a little crooked here. I'm going to straighten it out right now. I'm going to do it because I need to do it. I don't want to leave it crooked for y'all. Let's check my phone here for a minute. Put this phone over here. Okay. Let me take my glasses off. Whoops, got a phone call now. Probably Josh calling me to tell me the camera's crooked. Oh, hey. Hey, Loie.
Hey, we're watching you. We want to see you chat. Everybody's loving you run the video.
Oh, well, they're hearing what you're saying. That's good. I'm trying to get this shot to go straight. I have to use both hands. Because right now, the check this out. Right now, the J6 prison in D.C. is crooked. The J6 prison in Washington, D.C. is crooked.
Everybody loves what you're saying.
I should put that on the megaphone. You know, I got a recording device. Maybe after tonight, people will insist I do a live feed because it is fun. But you know, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we all love you out here, Steve.
Oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate that. I'm trying to look at
We
this.
love your educational tour.
The graveyard, right? That was Marion Barry's graveyard we were talking about. You know, the coke dealer, the drug addict, the coke drug addict. That was Mayor, and he rewon his election while he was still promoting coke. Yeah. Anyway.
And you got a super chat.
I don't know what a super chat even means. What is?
Somebody gave you a donation.
Oh, well, that goes to Republican Road Reel.
They said it was for you.
Oh, that's sweet, I guess. I'm having fun already. At the prison all alone, I'm used to it. So I guess Josh is watching this in the background somewhere. He created a moderator right before I came over so he could watch this. I probably shouldn't say that, but the moderator is called Hauser, something like Hauser does what do they call it? Restraining order. And that's the name, his moderator's name. Hauser does restraining order, something like that. I said, dude, you kick ass. You kick ass. You are relentless. Oh my gosh, he cracks me up. He's gonna get famous if he's not careful. People get famous for doing what he's doing. Oh my God. I got one of my tripod legs hanging off, so I better straighten it out. Y'all see this? I hope not.
Say hi to Kim Harrington.
Hi, Kim Harrington. God bless you, dear. I'm at the J6. I'm at the J6, what they commonly call gulag. And it's basically...
Can you hear yourself on my TV?
I can hear you talking, and they can probably hear you too. This is Loie. May I call you my former wife?
Well, you just did.
Loie's my former wife, and she's one of my best friends. Probably my best friend, I guess. Figure that one out. Your Wake Up. She's Wake Up on the live stream on YouTube. And I don't promote myself too much. I don't try to stick my face in there all the time. But my YouTube channel, if y'all are interested, who's ever on here. What is it, Loie? You're the one who created it. What's it called? Do you remember my YouTube channel that you created?
Your YouTube channel, I thought it was Freedom for USA.
Freedom the number 4, USA. USA caps, freedom, normal. Well, a lot of people miss that part and it doesn't go there.
That's right.
It's a long name. Freedom for USA. It's doing pretty well. They deleted my channel about 3 months ago that I had had for over 10 years, and it had 2,800 subscribers, and it was it had close to 1 million views, and they deleted it because I spoke about the election too much. Go figure. Had over 1,500 videos, and they deleted it. So I started a new channel, and I'm keeping it censored, unfortunately, so I can reach some people and we can keep reaching each other. So it has close to 1,000 subscribers in a couple months. Yeah, I guess I am hearing myself. What are you doing? I thought you were going to chit-chat.
Well, I'm listening to you, and I'm trying to talk to all these people that are trying to talk to me.
Well, you talk to him, and then I'll say goodbye. This is Loey from Utah. We've known each other for a long time, right? 20, 30, 20, over 20 years now, and we were married for a while, but we decided to be best friends instead. And other things came up, but here we are. Why don't you share a little bit, Loey, and then I'll cut you off.
Well, Steve, everybody wants you to know they very love you.
Oh,
they
that's sweet.
Appreciate everything that you do, that you're a great print patriot.
Oh, that's sweet.
And, you know, we just appreciate all the work that you're doing for us.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, and I wanted you to share about you a little bit, actually. They kind of already knew all that about me.
Those are your glasses.
Well, because I broke my other ones, and they were Warrior glasses to the hilt, and I almost cried when I broke them. I set some luggage on top of them, and they got crunched. But hey, they made it a long time, and they still can be worn, just not, you know, not the sides of them. Did you go away?
When you get back, we'll go get you new glasses, all right?
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. You always buy me nice glasses.
All right. Well, have a good evening. Love you. God bless.
What do you think of the shots of the congressional graveyard? You know how I like graveyards.
Well, I know. I mean, it makes me think about when I was back in Philadelphia and I would walk in those old graveyards.
And see feet sticking up out of the ground.
Well, that too, because that's where they would, like, bury all the poor people.
Oh, God help us. I'm glad there's only rich people in this one. I mean, to walk a dog here is $500 a month. Can you believe that? Oh, my gosh.
That's ridiculous.
Makes me laugh every time I say it. All right. God bless you.
Yeah. All right, God bless. We're watching your live stream, so do a good job and be careful what you say.
Exactly. God bless.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. When I got ready to go, I was thinking about leaving with PPC and join them as they drove through Flagstaff, Arizona, which was about 200 miles from me. It's my county seat. Go figure. Coconino County, Arizona. And I was like undecided. It was a day or two they were going to be coming by Flagstaff, and I could hook up with them there and on their second day, full day. And I was up at Loey's house, and I was, you know, like him and Han. I don't know if I want to go, you know, a bunch of truckers, and, you know, I don't do truckers. All this business. And she goes, well, if you go, right off the top, she goes, if you go, I'll give you $400 cash for gas to start your journey. Well, gosh darn, that got me going, and then some more money came, enough, and my own money came, enough, and here I am 6 months later, right next to a graveyard, still alive. In some ways, I'm more fortified than ever because I have this experience now of 6 months of the last 5 months and 3 or 4, 2 months, every month, more and more, dealing with, in particular, which serves me the greatest now, is dealing with Washington, D.C. It's very complex down here. The federal city, the local, we're dealing with locals here. We're dealing with more and more locals, and it gets more complicated when you deal with federal and local and park police and the security at National Archives and the security at Department of Justice and security at Supreme Court. Believe it or not, nobody knows the video. I may have one still. My first day of spreading the word many months ago, before 1776 was even created, I was down here after PPC left and went to California. I started coming down to D.C. alone, taking the subway from a friend's house in Rockville. And my first time speaking, and I hadn't even planned to really speak. I was still warming up to it for like a whole week. all by myself. I have a flag and a sign that says "Stand for your rights" on one side, and it's Shauna Cox's sign. Can't even remember right now, but anyway, one sign: "Stand for your rights," and a giant flag, a big flag, in my shofar. And that's it. No megaphone, no nothing. I'm standing at the Supreme Court. It's the first place, significant place I went. On this particular day where I said, I'm going to start talking to these people. This is after a week of walking around here alone and feeling the vibe. And I'm on the Supreme Court. This was on a Saturday, and on a Sunday night, the abortion story broke with the Supreme Court. So this was right before that happened. It was like there was nobody at the Supreme Court. There was truly one around me by the steps, a young black gentleman that was a Supreme Court security. And he's standing there all decked out, and he's about 4 or 5 steps up, and I'm totally on the public sidewalk, totally. And he goes, from 4 or 5 steps up, he goes, "Sir," and I'm just standing there just warming up to it. I didn't even really plan on speaking, da-da-da. I had, but I was going to read the Constitution. That's what I was going to do, that's right. And that's what was my plan, and I was just getting ready to start doing it, and I was just warming up myself to feel it. And within 5 or 10 minutes, within 5 minutes of me standing there on a public sidewalk, he yells from his high step, not yells, he says to me, "Sir, we would love to, sir, could I see your identification?" And I said, I was like, did I hear him right? And I said, as we need to do, make them repeat themselves clearly. All police officers and security. But anyway, what did you say, sir? I'd be polite to security and police. What did you say, sir? He's a young guy. And he said, I'd like to see your identification, please. And I was like, I don't have to do that. I'm on a public sidewalk. Why are you asking me that? And I'm looking right at him. And he goes, "Well, you're a protester, aren't you? And all protesters, we have a right to see their identification." Well, first of all, that was a big lie. This is on the steps. Sorry. This stuff gets me verbally irritated. This is on the steps of the Supreme Court of these United States. My first walk up to seriously get down to business. And I have this little security guard of the Supreme Court say to me 3 times, "I need to see your ID," almost to the point he was going to walk down and demand it or grab me. Well, as usually happens for me in several situations of this manner where these things occur, type things occur, I was blessed in a couple ways. One, he didn't know how strong I was. I think he thought I was a wimp. Oh, when he said, "I need to see your ID because you're a protester," I immediately said, well, first of all, I'm on a public sidewalk. You have no right to ask me for my ID. And secondly, I was not out here protesting. He goes, "You're not protesting? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm standing with a flag and a sign that says 'Stand for your rights.' I'm standing for America." That's really what I was doing. I wasn't protesting in those moments at that point for anything. I wasn't even thinking about abortion and this and that, but check it out. He goes, "Well, I need to see your ID anyway." And I'm, unlike Josh and other very experienced in this area, I could have said immediately, "Get your superiors," but it's kind of cool not even to go there, to just confront that person. And I said to him stuff like, it's legal for me to stand there. You can't require my ID. And also, I'm not protesting, but I tell you what, I'm protesting now. I didn't even give him time to respond to that. I said, "Yeah, I'm protesting now, and I'm going to start preaching against what you're saying." And I started railing. I went over and set my backpack down because it was on my back still. I set it down, got my tablet out, and I said, "I need a witness on this guy before he walks away." And I put my tablet on him. I said, now I'm going to tell you what I really think. And boom, I laid a video on him. And as I was doing that, just 3 or 4 minutes, a live streamer that I knew, had just met, who was helping me out, Chinese American live streamer, pulled up, and she whipped out of her car, illegally parked, and whipped out of her car and started live streaming me preaching. And I went 20 strong minutes and even got to, for the last 5-10 minutes, the issue of abortion and how the United States Supreme Court, clear as day on video, it's on her video, the United States Supreme Court, I left him in the dust and all his people that came behind him. And they escorted him off, and we never saw him again, by the way, as I was talking. And then the second 10 minutes, 5 minutes strong, was about how the Supreme Court was illicit on the law they made in 1973, Roe v. Wade. That was 6 people deciding the fate of millions. 60 million, and all the women that had to deal with it. It's not right. It wasn't a right law. The Justice Department does not make laws like that. They don't make laws. Supreme Court, DOJ, those people do not make laws. They follow laws. They defend laws. Whoops. It's hard for me to... Anyway, I'm going on and on. And so here I find myself defending the J6, helping to defend J6 prisoners and J6 prisoners all across this country, federal prisoners and otherwise. Hey man, sorry. Oh, I got it. It's too loud and stuff. Oh, yeah, I was just walking up. Yeah, my legs the legs of the tripod keep falling off. Huh? I'll set it down. I got you. And how far can you stand back where people actually understand you when you're talking? About 5 feet or 10 or what? You know, how many feet? 4 or 5 feet. Okay, buddy. Just me and Roger just walked down, so just me and him here. All right, how you doing? Oh, I got you. I got my mouth and stuff right in the camera. I got you. Thanks. That's helpful with my teeth, especially when I smile. Thank you for letting me know. I'll back it off for sure. I'll back it off for sure. All right, buddy. Love you. That's kind of funny. Oh, gosh. Okay, I understand. I got to back the camera off, but I got legs falling off. Hold on. Is that Jerry? Hold on.
Find out how you could be considered a third party. None of us is not third parties.
Well, let's not... What? Come across that law again to the camera here. Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say that again.
Don't point out Hauser on the live stream because Josh is restrained from having a third party stalking Hauser.
Yeah, I recommend we take the Hauser name off the... That's just Jerry's and I's recommendation. But, you know.
I'm going to hang up. Just don't do that.
Oh, well, I didn't... Oh, I got you. Well, yeah, but that's what a name he's using. But he shouldn't use that, right?
No. If he shows up out there, you don't want to start pointing him out over the live stream.
Oh, I got you. No, point him out.
Yeah, don't point him out.
Okay, buddy. God bless you.
That could be stalking. And
I got you. With a third person.
Says don't. The third party shouldn't be stalking.
I got you. Thanks, Jerry.
Cool.
God bless.
Cool guy.
Got you.
Cool.
Got you.
Good. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.
That's kind of a legal person for sure, Jerry. I mean, he was an attorney for many years. And I'm going to set all this down right now. This one leg kept falling off. But I think time is here. Okay. That's what I should be doing. See, I the whole time I thought I had it that way. I didn't know I had it on my face. It's pretty fun. How you doing, Sherry? One leg just doesn't want to kick out right. Now the middle fell. I gotta work this thing. Yeah, I shouldn't tease around about Hauser, that's for sure. But he should be responsible for replacing this tripod because it's damaged a lot because of what he did. Okay. We are going to stay in one spot soon while we can. Rhonda's here. Sherry's here. Mike. Roger's here. There's Dave. There's Dave.
How we doing?
Doing all right. The tripod's a little damaged because of what Hauser did.
Is it?
Yeah, it's damaged. So I just gonna try and leave. Come again? Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. Middle's falling apart. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, he showed me. I'm just messing up because I'm not the best at this. I can do a lot of things, but technical stuff. There we go. We're going to point at the prison for a while for y'all, and I'm going to back off. I apologize having my face in there. I actually thought I had the camera the other way. Y'all probably got tired of looking at my mouth. Sorry. Chewing gum, yeah. New tripod fun. Fall Hauser broke Kelsey's tripod. We like your face, Steve. Oh, how sweet. AMC Kingdom. God bless y'all. I'm gonna go get some water. Steve, can we read the stream later as Josh does frequently? I don't know how to do that yet, but we'll see about that. Yeah.
Hey, you know it. How it becomes usually. What's up? Yeah, I know. What happened with that?
It looks pretty real.
That's why they did it.
I like your blouse. Can I bum a cigarette?
Are you guys buffering at all?
drop charges on a citizen and put a restraining order on him for being on public property. Doesn't make any sense.
Do you have all the goods, or you just have no sense?
That's his handiwork there.
It's handy.
Yep.
Rulers and straight edges.
Oh, he's got a machine that does it all. Yep, he types it in and it prints it out. Yep.
Somebody over here is pounding on the window or the wall here, and we're all just sort of like, what's going on here? Can you hear it? It's unusual. We've been here for many weeks, and sometimes they pound on the windows, but to me it sounds like it's on the wall. There's Oreo and Trooper.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you?
It's right there. I'm gonna film it right here. I'm shooting at the windows and they quit knocking the window. They made them quit because they see Republican Road Real right now. So as soon as I walked over, it quit. It was either some of these lower windows, there it goes again, or on the other side of the wall, because they probably walk in a little yard inside that little wall right there. He tried to hit a few more times and then he just quit again. They caught on to him. We were wondering if the police presence and such would be increased tonight, but I'm glad I didn't bring my car tonight. Took the subway over here from the mall. Only like 2 or 3 miles from the mall. So yeah, this old place is gonna be torn down as soon as I've heard now about 28, 29 or so political prisoners left out of 900 of them. And some of them in over 600 days. God help America. Totally violating the Constitution. The 6th and 8th Amendment, many of the amendments, violation. Just the first 10 amendments, really, they have violations in 7 out of 10. I'll show them to you someday. The parts that they're violated in these places, in many places throughout America. You know, I'm sensing, and many are sensing, the need, the great need, for prisoner reform in America. Much more reform than what Trump tried to do his first 4 years when he was getting interrupted all the time. Much more reform than that, especially for so-called political prisoners or just prisoners in general. Prisoners, political or otherwise, should never, ever, 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 ever be persecuted in America. Inappropriately prosecuted and then persecuted and even tortured. Yes, tortured in these prisons. Some of them tortured for many weeks. You know what it's like to be in a hole, in a contained space for many weeks at a time? Very tough. That's torture type stuff. Spraying people down with chemicals all the time. That's torture type stuff. It's not to be tolerated. What they did to, you know, that guy Russian Joshua, that's not to be tolerated. You bet. It's my pleasure to stream for Josh.
I bumped into Josh,
And
he was talking about how he was got a restraining order from 100 yards away from Mr. Hauser here.
Right. That's the first you heard of it?
That's first I heard of it,
Yeah,
and it's
so-
like, so you assault him.
Friday night.
He gets his phone back. He gets the
All the charges dropped, all of
and
them.
then you put out
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
at all.
It's DC Metro and DC stuff. It's very strange. That man is dealing with it a lot because he lives here for 11 straight months. Doug Mudge.
Assaulted him. Got out of training.
Hauser needs a good old... Call the marshal's office and let them know that what Hauser did to a citizen. Josh needs to get a... Yeah, I agree with that. Or at least try to. I mean, I'm sure he can.
I need you more.
It's usually the ones who do the restraining orders first, they get the most power, which is just who's quickest on the draw. And that's an unfortunate part of our justice system too. These restraining orders on each other are real strange animals to me. I've dealt with some in situations that deal with restraining orders in Arizona, and very strange. You know, it's like, anyway, don't get me started. You know. Happy Constitution Week. Wow, I didn't know that. I'm gonna put, whoop, I'm gonna, lost another leg. Damn it. Shh. Sorry. Every time I move to set it up, it trips out. Thank you. That part, that's the Hauser part.
Oh, you broke
Actually,
it, you gotta buy it.
Hauser broke it. Hauser broke this.
Hold on.
Screws.
That one piece shouldn't come out at all. The centerpiece shouldn't come out at all.
Well, I know it should screw in, but it just
It
doesn't.
should be fixed.
What are you gonna do?
The screws broke.
Yeah, that's the Hauser effect.
He's going the wrong way.
Oops.
Nope.
Hmm.
I pushed it up as
Wonder
hard
if
as I
I
could.
wonder if I could tape it there. Thanks for trying. It'll still sit, I think. If I don't move around. I'm gonna point it this way. We're having a little trouble with the Hauser effect, but we won't let it persist.
Hauser effect.
Well, that's that.
Tila.
Steve broke Josh's tripod.
You
That's
know.
where I'm going.
We got tape in here,
Do you?
probably on each arm.
Well,
At
the
least
arms
hold
aren't.
it up.
The arms aren't too bad. It's
No,
mainly
I'm
just.
saying it'll hold that up if
Yeah.
you tape it across each arm.
Uh-huh.
They are.
Really?
Nice.
Another thing I was thinking about doing is
With Santa and all this stuff. It's open arms.
I'll stand there with you. But hey, the middle part, the Hauser part, keeps falling.
I see. I
this
seen
drives
Steve
me
break
up
it.
a wall.
Yeah, it's really
Oh.
crooked.
I see Steve break it.
Still a little. Are you trying to discourage me from live streaming? Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm up there.
That's some duct tape.
I see
one of my pet peeves when I live
You've been
stream, no
there.
matter where it is. Like
Sideways.
I'll go look at my camera from like 30 feet and be like, oh, it needs to
Saying hi,
adjust.
Steve.
Yes.
Okay, hi guys. Hi dear.
Said hi. Said hi back to y'all.
Yeah, I got a lot of
I mean, hey, you know what? They're exposing themselves.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Hey, can't even be in this area. He's up on the corner. He was up on the corner with us earlier.
That's just ridiculous.
Oh, it's probably where that cut is.
Oh, okay.
What I'm
Alright.
I don't see
Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. Alright, God bless.
What they do.
Americans watching. The world is watching. This is absolutely insane.
I mean, it's like
We're going to have some of the best lawyers in the country.
like the guy how far away you can't be here. That corner, look how far away that is. Up there in the corner. That's what he did. That's what he said. All the way up there.
But who is it? What is it that here that can't be down there?
You might walk over.
And then, that, again, if he comes here first, then he can't walk close, or he would be simple.
Thank you, sweetie.
I'll certainly do.
Someone gonna say hi.
Right?
I believe place of employment is part of it.
Hey, Tommy.
So this is his employment, so it has to be 100 yards away from the employer.
Approaches the offensive.
Well, I had a one there in trade every year. I had one from my 620.
And he doesn't want to.
I like the next one. Another guy from 3 years. Worked out a training order on. I don't think I never ever touched them. They just think around that. He wanted it so much. You guys laugh about it. I've had that. Like,
We need 3 or 4.
How we doing, Gloria?
whatever amount you can. Get away with one.
He doesn't want to scrub what we're doing. That's what I would do.
Sorry, you guys had traffic. It's the one they're walking. Too much traffic out there.
That's right.
What's up, brother? What's up, man?
How are you? Man, you know where you're important when you have a chair like that. Hey, we got some bongos, and you know, since we can't sit on the Bears anymore, whoever plays, we sit here.
Can you figure it out?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve-O.
Dang, that's gangster.
Shit, it's fine.
Man, this thing even. That's good, buddy. Good. I like that extra flag. I know that flag.
That's Justin.
Yep.
Never played that before. Feel free to have at it.
Hey, maybe I could borrow these and go grift on the national mall tomorrow. I have no rhythm whatsoever.
Hey, Dan,
Just 5 a.m.
Change. Stay drinking Jim Beam, still wear them dirty jeans. Get up every morning cause the bills don't go away. What happened to the pride we had back in the day? One flag, one land, one heart and one hand. One nation under God, man, it's time to take a stand. We fighting for our freedom, Constitution says you can. They censor anybody who ain't going with their plan. What about dirty soldiers, boy, that blood is on your hand. What about so we blown people flooding on our land? You tearing up this country, I was that American. I know you're tired, man, I'm tired, cause the shit is out of hand. Times change, people change when I'm me. My hands on my heart, cause these colors don't bleed. This is the land.
These came from my home.
You can't take this from me.
These are my sons.
That's awesome.
To the country,
Hey, man.
it's the home.
Josh's channel tonight. You know the deal.
Yeah.
100 yards.
It's a Patriots play.
Undisclosed location.
That's cool.
We know all about that.
Well, I know that.
Mama taught me manners, yes sir, no man. If you want clean money, then you keep some dirty hands. Somebody needs help, keep your shirt up off your back. Say your grace before we eat, know that family's where it's at. Still in the same corner store, that's where I buy my stuff. And when times get tough, they still front you when you're broke. Times change, people change when I'm me. My hands on my heart, cause these colors don't break. This is the land I love. You can't take this from me. From the city to the country, everybody race of the from Florida to Old Crab Creek. It's the home of the brave. It's the land of the free. It's a Patriots play. You ain't changing me. It's the land of the free. You ain't changing me. Times change, people change when I'm me. My hands on my heart, cause these colors don't break.
Hey, Katie, how are you?
My hands on my heart, cause these colors don't bleed.
How are you, dear? Good. You're always shining okay. Good one. Tell the camera that. That's a good one.
So when God calls me from inside and I'm depressed or whatever, which has been many days, he said, you can go to bed crying, but make sure you wake up bad as hell. So I do try.
Tell everybody on this channel who you are real quick.
My name's Nicole Reppett. My husband's in here in the DC jail over 600 days. He has been sentenced though, so he's not one of these guys. He did spend over 500 days though, pre-trial detention.
Wow.
So, you know, still pretty excessive. Still, I don't know why he's still here, you know. But
He'll be out soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we're all working on it. You guys out there, us out here,
Good.
all together, you know, unite or die. Unite or die.
There you go.
So,
God bless you, dear.
love you guys.
Love you. I'm going to back it off here because I don't know. I don't know what the music is doing for everybody. I'm going to put it back here for a while behind the barrier for the hole, which is right there. giant hole right there. They don't want people falling in. Several people already fell. So I'm going to set it up right here for a minute, behind this barrier. Whoops. See if I can do this time. Come on. Let's see. Figure this out. Turn.
Okay, we miss you, Josh. I don't know if you're watching or where you're at, but we miss you. Thanks for taking one for the team. We hope to see you back here soon.
I just
and sharing some of this
messed
with
it
her.
up. I don't know what I just did. Gosh darn. I'm so bad at this, you guys. This part. Sorry. It's going to have to be crooked. They miss you, Josh. I guess you heard that. Here, let me pull this over here. That's pretty good.
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with humble hearts. We pray for these men and women in this new world behind us. Lord, give them peace in their hearts and let them know they're not alone. Each and every supporter here and at home, we thank you, Lord, that we were able to be here. And it's truly an honor to represent you and our great nation. Please keep us all safe.
Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
ridiculous because of the music or something.
But everyone still works, you know? That's a sympathy. They found me because maybe I, department in Singapore.
Wow.
Yeah, they did that.
Wow. They just deleted or shut down our Chinese American friend Rebecca's YouTube channel, her live feed. They just shut it down. Jerry and Steve aren't the hosts before too. You tell them yes. Move camera closer? Okay. I'm going to do that. Let me put this water up and I will. You'll fix it. Maybe start a new one. One goes down, you start another one, I guess. Okay, I'm holding it all together. There's one of my favorite people right there. Right there, that's one of my favorite people. All these are favorite people. They love America? How's that? How's that?
There's tape, that white tape.
Oh.
In the white box and Randy's
Fighting soldiers from the sky. Fearless men who jump and die. Men who mean just what they say. The brave men of the Green Beret. Silver.
Where have I been? I took the 2 weeks off. And I appreciate you guys letting me do that. Although for some reason I'm ready for a vacation again already. I didn't sleep very well the last 2 nights. It takes a little bit to get used to it again. Being out there and not only it gets a little obviously cold, but you're exposed and there's all kinds of noises in the night. So after 2 weeks of being
trained in combat, hand to hand. Men who fight by night and day. Courage from the Green Beret. Silver wings upon their chest. These are men, America's best. 100 men will test today, but only 3 win the Green Beret. Back at home, a young wife waits. Her Green Beret has met his fate. He has died for those oppressed, leaving her this last request. Put silver wings on my son's chest. Make him one of America's best. He'll be a man they'll test one day. Have him win the Green Beret. that means to you. Yeah, but for me it's about family and liberty and our almighty creator and his son who he sent as our only savior. Turn back to God. Oh, yeah. Said turn back to God. Turn back to God.
Why you think them soldiers died? Why you think them families cry? It wasn't for us to be brainwashed by politicians' lies, because they work together while convincing us to pick a side. Our country is bound to fail when it loses its faith in God. And I was born, I was raised in the land of the free. And I don't know about you, but it's what it means to me. It's about liberty, it's about family and God. Remember that when the fireworks go off in the sky.
Born in the red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. I don't know what all that means to you. Yeah, but for me it's about family and liberty and our almighty creator and his son who he sent as our only savior. Turn back to God. Our God is life for him or live. Turn back to God. Our God is turn back to God. Turn back to God.
Better turn back to Christ. I want to see you in the afterlife. I'm all about that family life. Get the fire cracking for family night. Hey, let's remember all the people that died for that red, white, and blue. I got that eagle inside. And he's flying high, sky's not the limit. Call a friend and put another chicken on a skillet. So grab your kids and hold them tight. Make sure that they know the light. We all gonna stand for the anthem when they show the stripes.
I was born in the red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. I don't know what all that means to you. Yeah, but for me it's about family and liberty and our almighty creator and his son who he sent as our only savior. Turn back to God. Our God is life for him or live. For him said turn back to God. Our God is turn back to God. Turn back to God. God is love. Our God is life for him I'll live. For him I'll fight. Our God is love. Our God is life. For him I'll live. For him I'll fight.
Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do or what to say. Been through hell so many times. This time I'm here to stay. And if you got yourself a problem, well please don't hesitate. Don't hold your breath and don't bite your tongue. We can do this face to face. But keep in mind, if you cross that line, there's gonna be a price to pay. Yes, sir. Cause as for me and all of mine, we do shit the southern way. We don't take no shit. We don't play no fool. We don't back down or run away. We don't play by any rule. We practice what we preach, and we mean just what we say. You don't like how I believe, you better come and take my life away. But that'll be a cold day in hell. I pray my soul to take. If you hurt anyone I love, you better pray that I die before I wake. Cause that'll be a cold day in hell. I pray my soul to take. And if you hurt anyone I love, you better pray that I die before I wake. Now this bar life is starting to fade, and jail just ain't no fun. I ain't looking to cause no trouble, and I damn sure don't want none. You may not think too high of me, I still get my respect. Come on. You don't pay my bills, don't pay my rent, you don't write any of my checks. Some people say I'm just wasting time, and others say that I got next. You may think that I'm just plain white trash, but you ain't seen nothing yet. We don't take no shit, we don't play no fool, we don't back down or run away, we don't play by any rule. We practice what we preach, and we mean just what we say. You don't like how I believe, you better come and take my life away, or that'll be a cold day in hell. I pray my soul to take. If you hurt anyone I love, you better pray that I die before I wait, cause that'll be a cold day in hell. I pray my soul to take. If you hurt anyone I love, you better pray that I die before I wait. Yeah, man. I know y'all feeling this. Come on. Come on. Turn it up. All right, everybody now. Sing it with me. Let's go. We don't take no shit. We don't play no fool. We don't back down or run away. We don't play by any rule. We practice what we preach, and we mean just what we say. You don't like how I believe, you better come and take my life away, or that'll be a cold day in hell. I pray my soul.
Hey, they've been enjoying it because I talk to
you heard anyone I love, you better pray that I die before I wait.
$1 something for a lawyer. Okay. 1,000? Wow.
I pray my soul to take. If you hurt anyone I love, you better pray that I die before I wait.
He's making the money. You know what though? It's gonna take money for him to beat this guy.
Yeah. How you doing? Getting some good sleep? You said you're 10?
Yeah.
Where? Went to another?
We made in Detroit and Silicon Valley, Little Deuce Coupe and Mustang Sally. Mattress beads and a boulevard of broken.
Yeah, you don't want to say it here, I guess.
No, not right now.
Clint Eastwood, Richard Petty, Isley Brothers and people get ready. One shine bright and faded old blue jeans. Oh, land of the free and home of the brave. Oh, Hollywood and Jesus say, hey you, hey me, hey, hey, what you wanna be? Your country heart beats true and rock and roll. Hey, red, white, blue, apple pie, coffee stew, all mixed up in a big old Super Bowl of American soul. Well, high tech and high top chucks, 6-pack abs and 6-point bucks, redwood boys and Panama City girls. Cowboys and Indian chiefs, sundress bikinis and boxer briefs. When Elvis is king and the Dairy Queen swirls. Oh, land of Lincoln and Robert E. Lee. Oh, see the shine and see. Hey you, hey me, hey, hey, what you wanna be? Your country heart beats true and rock and roll. Hey, red, white, blue, apple pie, crawfish stew, all mixed up in a big old
Baby, take my hand, let's watch a sunset in the promised land. Shadow dance with me and the radio. American girls and American guys, we'll always stand up and salute. We'll always recognize when we see old glory flying. There's a lot of men dead, so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our head. My daddy served in the army. We lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard.
Josh needs a new stand, new tripod.
My brother, my sister, and me.
It's in sad shape.
They're calling it the Hauser effect.
Oh, yeah.
Our love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see it clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be here when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Oh, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Served and the battle will rage. This big dog will fight when you rattle his cage. And you'll be sorry that you mess with the U.S. of A. 'Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way.
It'll kick up in a minute. It'll kick in. It's all right. It'll kick in. It's on.
And Mother Freedom started ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Oh, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
Some nights I stay up, cashing in my paddle. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a mistakes is far, but I still wake up, I still see your ghost. But Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. What do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore. For this, I miss my mom and dad for this. No, when I see stars, that's all they are. When I hear songs, they sound like this one's a come on. Well, see guys, daddy's up, but I'm in a state of boy again. 10 years of this, I'm not sure anybody understands. This one is not for the broken heart. Sorry to leave, but I had to go. Who the fuck wants to die alone? I was right up in the desert sun. My heart is breaking for my sister and the calm that she called. And then I look into my nephew's eyes. Man, you wouldn't believe the most amazing things that can come from some terrible.
We need Dan Bongino on this story.
'Cause our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome.
Where's it say that? 203.
Hey guys, Randy's asking for Josh's Gibson Go. Somebody have that? Is PayPal all he has, or does he have a Gibson Go? I'll get it. Oh, okay. Okay, John, thank you. It's just his PayPal. Patriot Mom, do share. Thank you, Patriot Mom.
Jesus. Thank God that yesterday's gone. All my sins are forgiven, and I've been washed by the blood. I'm no stranger to prison. I wore shackles and chains, but I've been freed and forgiven, and I'm not going back. I'll never be the same. That's why I say, oh, my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterday's gone. All my sins are forgiven. I've been washed by the blood. There's a kind of thing that just breaks a man, breaking down to his knees. God, I've been broken more than a time or two. Yes, Lord. Then he picked me up and showed me what it means to be a man. Come on and say, oh, my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterday's gone. Yes, all my sins are forgiven. I've been washed by the blood. Come on and sing, oh, my hope is in Jesus. Thank God my yesterday's gone. Yes, all my sins are forgiven. Oh, I've been washed by the You are the word at the beginning, one with God the Lord Most High. Your hidden glory in creation, now revealed in you are Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing comes.
You're on. You're on. All right. Good evening, DC Gula. Welcome to the Jam 6 Family Hour. My name is John, a.k.a. DJ Jerome. I'll be your sad clown for the night. No matter how much you hear me joke and rhyme, I am depressed and drowning all the time. The system is stacked against us. Just ask Josh from Republic Road Real. They assaulted him and Ronald Maccabee on camera. They lie and do whatever they feel. They treat me like a terrorist, but I'm not a bad man. Thank you, Mama Mickey, for bringing your friends and making a stand.
We all hear that?
Yeah, baby.
I am broadcasting to
I know
you
I'm a little
live
crooked,
from
but
inside a hateful, dirty, and disgusting circus, the DC Gulag. Tonight's show is a sobering one. We will have at least one Patriot appearance that will make you feel better than the Chinese Communist Party watching Joe Biden purge the military. What a moron.
They shut down your show.
Then at 9 p.m., we will sing the Star Spangled Banner louder than Democrats screaming with hypocrisy in Martha's Vineyard.
No, last night's stream I just got rid of.
Somebody on here just said they shut
But
down.
first, I want to thank you all for showing up. And for those of you watching online, you are amazing patriots. God bless you. Please share this live stream with every media contact and politician you can. I don't care if it's your local sheriff or if it's the guy who polishes Carrie Lake's halo. It really makes a
Go
difference.
Carrie Lake.
Thank you.
Go Carrie.
Now, for the moment I give a full-throated expression of my love for the MAGA queen herself, Mama Mickey. You are our spiritual leader. We love you more than you will ever know. We are so blessed to have your love and support. God bless you, Mama.
Thank you, John. God bless you, sir.
If anyone, you better support this movement. Go to www.forashley.com. That is the number 4ashley.com. 4ashley.com. And if anyone would like to get to know us better in our own words, or more importantly, you need to go donate to Bart Shively's Give, Send, Go. We are going to have him on the show tonight. He is back. He is back, and he has experienced some serious mistreatment. He looks terrible. I'm telling you, he has gone through so much. You need to do. He has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, was taken out when Maccabee was sprayed and beaten, and he was treated terribly while he was gone. You need to donate to his Give, Send, Go, and you can find that under the Featured Patriots button at wearegoodmen.com. Go to wearegoodmen.com and click the Featured Patriots button, and you can find his Give, Send, Go, Bart Shively. This Marine needs your help today. Donate, please, okay? Now, I have a special shout out as well to a woman who is such a hero to us. Victoria White was beaten brutally by the police on January 6th. It's on camera. Now she is fighting for the soul of our movement. God bless her. She is loved by the men in here. I am telling you to follow her on social media.
Hispanics, like
You
the devil
don't
hates holy
have
water.
a man in your family if you don't send her a friend request right now. That is on Twitter. VIS, the number 4, VIS 4, victorious. VIS 4, victorious on Twitter. And on Getter, it is VIS 4V. And on Facebook, it is Victoria White. So you, I'm telling you, you don't have a man in your family if you do not send her a friend request today, right this moment. Pause the live stream and go do it. All right. I will call you right back with Bart Shively. And I have a quick question. Private.
Oh, a private quick question? Okay, yeah. Let me go away from this phone.
Where's Sherry at?
Right behind you.
Sherry.
What's happening, John?
Oh yeah, I do want everyone to keep the 16ers obviously all in your prayers. The family members. There's going to be a trial starting next week. Doug Jensen. We talked about their Give, Send, Go last night. I know personally because Guy's gone to trial, so I've been in that lion's den. So just wrap that family in your prayer and give him a lot of strength. It's a scary thing going in there, and the character assassination that's being put on the 16ers,
it's really sad that they're trying to spin a narrative and just prove that in court. They're trying to prove their narrative. They're not really trying to prove the law or, really convict them of a crime. They're just trying to prove the narrative. So by any means necessary, Tim Hale Cusalini, he gets, Tim Hale, he's going to be sentenced on the 22nd, so let's keep them in our prayers. That's a tough time. So I believe DJ is back, so I'll hand it off.
Thank you. Hey, John, you're on.
All right. Bart Shively is a 55-year-old former Marine. He suffers from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma due to the U.S. Marine Corps housing him at Camp Lejeune with its contaminated water. He was dragged out of this pod on Labor Day a week or so ago when Lieutenant Lancaster maced and assaulted a peaceful Ronald Maccabee. Bart has been mistreated by this jail since, but now he is here to speak. Yeah. He's big. He's strong. He has been treated very, very wrong. Bart Shively. Hello, everybody. Hello, how are you?
We're good out here, Bart.
Good to hear you, brother.
I'm glad you're feeling at least a little better.
Thank you so much. I'd like to start off real quick tonight with a quote from George Washington. He said that truth will ultimately prevail where there are pains taken to bring it to light. And I want to also give out a shout out to Victoria White. She's doing God's work. She's helping all of us in here. We love her. We support her. We like everybody out there to support her as well. She's going to great lengths to bring the truth to light, and we really appreciate that, and we want to help her out as much as we can.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
I'd like to tell you guys what happened, if I could.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're ready.
Oh, okay. The day of the incident, it was totally unfounded. It was totally premeditated. In what I think it happened. And I don't want to get into the specifics, but the four of us were taken out of here, handcuffed, and we were taken to down to solitary confinement, which is absolutely horrible. The smells, the water. I couldn't drink the water because it was so disgusting. I just couldn't do it. They kept us down. It was brown. It was smelly. And I need to drink water because when I go to chemotherapy, which I did that Wednesday, this incident happened on a Monday. I went to chemotherapy on Wednesday. And when I came back, Thursday night, I got severely ill. And Friday, I couldn't stand up. I couldn't eat. I was throwing up. I was very sick. There was no nurse. There was no medical anything. So Ronald Maccabee called for the guard to come help me. They came and got me, called medical, took me up to the medical ward. They didn't do anything for me. No vitals, no nothing. They did nothing for me. And they put me in a suicide watch cell with just a cement bed in the middle of the room and a light. They left the light on all night long and left me there for 36 hours without checking on me.
That's torture.
I swear I thought I was going to die. I'm not lying.
That's torture.
I'm a strong man. I'm a Marine. But I thought I was going to die that night. Then that evening around, I think it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I was banging on the door because I couldn't take it anymore. They came and took me out and talked to the doctor, a different doctor who was on duty. Took me down, wanted to take me back to my cell with no medical treatment still. Took me back to South 1, which is a solitary confinement. Went into the cell, and I still couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. That Monday, I had to go to the emergency room at the VA in D.C. because I couldn't stand up, and I was weak, and I thought I was going to die. So they took me there. They gave me an IV solution of a liter IV, which really helped me feel much better. The whole time I was there, the guard was complaining that she didn't want to be there. They brought me back, put me back in the cell, and that's where I've been. I mean, it's horrible. It's unconscionable. I can't imagine anybody with any kind of love for the human beings to treat people like that. It's unbelievable. It's unconscionable. But it seems like in here it's par for the course. That's how we get treated. And I honestly, truly think that they wanted to kill me that night, or the whole time I was in there, because in the daytime it was quiet. At nighttime it was loud. They had the music. The guards had the music playing really loud. It was boisterous. You couldn't sleep, so I had sleep deprivation. I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Torture.
So sorry that happened to you. I'm glad you're back, and I hope you gain a little bit of strength every day. We pray for you every single night.
Yeah.
I appreciate that so much. I do talk to people when I was in there. I talked to William Rivers. I want to give them a shout out. Linda Collins, Sarah Maccabee. Those people were an inspiration for me. They gave me prayers and quotes from the Bible, which helped me. It's just very hard. It's very hard to be in here, especially with cancer, because you don't get the treatment that you need. I have another round of chemo next week, and I'm really concerned about it. But I don't have a choice. I have to, push on, push forward, and that's what we're going to do. Put our faith in God and
yes,
push forward.
Amen.
Well, you're on the hearts and minds of American people. You have everybody
right.
out here praying for you, and we hope you gain strength and feel the love of the American
Make sure
people.
you all keep him in your prayers, folks.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry for all the things you guys are going through. It's just terrible. The whole thing, the whole thing.
Prayers for Bart.
Also, the three gentlemen that were with me have all been transferred, except me. They gave me a kangaroo court, basically convicting me. I didn't even have a chance to have a lawyer present. I asked for a lawyer. They said no. They basically just said, we find you guilty and this is your punishment. You're going to have to deal with it. Bottom line, boom, done. Go back to your cell. So I was shocked by that.
You mean are you talking about the incident inside they found you guilty of already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be back here if they didn't find. I'd still be in solitary if I didn't plead guilty to it. The only reason I pled guilty to what happened on that day is because I cannot stay in solitary another day.
No,
if I had to stay there for 2 or more weeks, I would be dead.
I get that. Yeah, well, we definitely know the system is rigged and crooked, and apparently those guards in there feel like they can behave any way they want to. We've seen that out here as well.
Well, one more quick thing. I honestly, truly believe that the marshals are not doing their job, because I talked to a marshal when I was down there, and I asked him to help me, and he didn't even acknowledge to help me. He was like, well, we'll investigate it. And I'm just like, okay, well, you're going to investigate it when? I'm here now. I need help now, not 2 months from now when you decide to get off your butt and investigate it. I'm just blown away. I was disillusioned earlier on when I was young because I loved my country. I still love my country. But what's happening to us in here right now is just, I'd never thought in a million years that I, a former Marine, would be called a terrorist or an insurrectionist when all I want is my country to be free and have fair elections and the people to be treated right. And I'm not just talking about myself. I'm talking about people that are in South 1 right now that are being mistreated. Not just me, but other people too. So this isn't just about me. It's about everybody.
Absolutely.
That's a great message, and it's going out to all the live streams and all the people watching, and Americans around the world. I mean, and especially across this country, really need to hear what you're saying. I do have a couple of questions for you, and I don't know if you can give that information here, but we'd like to know, who your lawyer is. See if maybe we can reach out and speak with your lawyer to see what we can do, call to actions that we can make on your behalf.
Ed Nagarsky, his name is Edward Nagarsky. I have a hearing on Tuesday with my judge about my case, my January 6th case.
Will that be in person?
I'm not sure. It might be, it's probably not in person. It's probably going to be Zoom.
Okay. We'll definitely be tuning in. If it is in person, we'll definitely be at the courthouse. But yeah, absolutely. And I'll try to reach out and have a conversation with the lawyer. Also, is there any way that you could give us the name of the doctor that's working with you in there?
Well, the doctor that I do respect in here, who has been helping me, her name is Dr. Tony, Mrs. Tony. She's a wonderful doctor. She's been through chemo herself, and she helps me a lot. But I wasn't privy to her when I was in South One. I had a different doctor. It's a different part of the building. So yeah. I kept asking for her. I was basically in tears. I was in so much pain. I was asking for her by name. I said, please, could you get Dr. Tony down here, please? And they would not do it. They would not do it.
Wow. Well, we're going to look into it, see what we can do from out here to draw attention to this and, really try to get on the horn. Put a call to action out, when a lot of this first happened, the incident happened on Labor Day, there's an overwhelming outpouring of support, reaching out to the marshals, lodging complaints, and we'd like to do that where we can, but we really need to kind of pinpoint what it is that we can do from the outside to put pressure on the situation.
When I talked to, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but when I did have a conversation with the marshal when I was in South One, we were talking to him, and I said to him, sir, I think this is unconstitutional, that we're detainees and we're being held in solitary confinement. And he said, you know what, you're right. So he knows we're right. He agreed with me.
And that goes to the very heart and soul of this, that it's all political. You know what I mean? The political powers, from the very top. That's really where a lot of this treatment and a lot of this stuff that's going on comes from.
That's right.
What's that marshal's name?
What's that?
What's that marshal's
Do
name?
you happen to have the marshal's name that you spoke with?
I do not know his name. I should have wrote it down. He's the representative of the jail.
Right.
Wow. He is works directly with the jail higher ups.
Call the jail. Flood the jail.
But I'm not sure of his name.
Phone calls. Call the jail.
Okay.
What did he have to plead guilty to?
Bar, what did you have to plead guilty to resolve?
I was charged with inciting a riot. I was charged with aggravated behavior, aggressive behavior, and disobeying a direct command. I wanted to have a lawyer present at the hearing, but I didn't get one. They dropped the inciting a riot, and they charged me with aggressive behavior and not listening to a command, which I pled not guilty to. But that doesn't matter because it's a three personnel panel, and they said you're guilty. We saw the video and you're guilty. And I was like, under your policy in the manual, it says that to be convicted of the things that I've been convicted of, you have to be 2 or more people have to conspire together and speak in a violent manner that will get people riled up. And I never did that. All I said was, stop hurting my friend. Please stop hurting him.
You have 1 minute left.
Randy, what's his congressman's name?
So we have 1 minute left.
What is your congressperson's name? Do you know?
My congressperson, Scott Perry.
Okay.
Scott Perry.
All right, we're gonna do, over the next few days.
You want us to call back?
Oh yes, absolutely. You can.
Okay, we'll call back and we'll talk a little bit more, okay?
We need to follow that off for Scott Perry.
We're gonna find out
God bless
who
you.
and the senators are too, real quick. I'll drop it in the chat.
You get through there? Sorry.
Bring up the congressman.
A jarhead, and he's getting.
I guess I should move this maybe.
He's getting treated like that. The airborne would not let that happen.
Fix this a little so people can walk through. I'm gonna move it over here a little. Is that all right?
Well, bring it on.
Right.
We're right next. Whoops, there it goes. Again. Why does it do that? Good. Stay put. Stay put. Right in front of the camera. Scott Perry.
Pennsylvania.
You may start the conversation now.
Okay, you're back on.
Hey, this is John. Sean is explaining some of the names of the representatives we have here to him. But while he's doing that, I just want to let everyone know Bart Shively's Give Send Go. He needs your help. All right.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you need to go to wearegoodmen.com. Click on the Featured Patriots button. Bart Shively's Give Send Go is in there. I'm telling you, please, 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 go, 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 and please help him out. He needs your help. All right. Thank you. And here's Bart Shively. Here he is. Hi, guys. I'm back.
Hi. Yeah, you're back on with everybody.
Yeah, if you guys please ask me questions, I want to answer as many as you guys have.
Yeah. One question that we had is, you had talked about the panel of 3. Who sits on that panel?
There's a civilian, and then there's 2 guards. There's 2 corporals. I don't know their names. I should have written their names down, but I didn't have a piece of paper or anything like that. It was more of a kangaroo court, if you ask me. They took me in there, handcuffed, shackled, sat me down, pretty much told me what was going to happen. I have a statement. I made a statement, and then they recorded it. And then as soon as I started to talk about other things like my health and stuff, they ushered me out and put me back in my cell. So they didn't care about that.
Wow. And so the civilian person that was involved in that, is that an employee of the jail?
You know what? I'm not sure. I think he is. I think he is. He's an older colored guy. He's I don't know his name, but he really didn't. He's not the one that controlled the court. It was the corporal that ushered me in with the chain, with the handcuffs and everything. He ushered me out. As soon as I started talking about my health, he got up and quickly took me out of the room.
Do you know?
So he did.
Do you know the name of that person?
I do not. I didn't have the wherewithal to think about it at the time because I was so concerned about my health and what was going on. You know, why were they taking me over here? What's going on? I'm busy. You know, what's happening? You know, I didn't have the wherewithal to think about that at the moment. I figure if somebody wanted to find out, they could easily find out. I mean, it's got to be on court record.
Okay. Your lawyer in your J6 case, is that a public defender? I mean, a public defender?
Yes, he's a public defender. Yes.
Okay. Now, when you went through this hearing here at the jail for the disciplinary, was it an option to have him represent you in that hearing?
Yeah, I could have had him there, but I asked for that, and they said no. They denied me straight out. No. I said, can I have my lawyer here? He said no. And I was like, well, okay, you know, why not, you know?
Right.
You know.
Well,
They said that when it's a 1, there's different classifications of a class 1, you can have a lawyer. A class 2, you don't need a lawyer. It's inter-jail disciplinary. So they took away my commissary for 30 days and took away my phone privileges for 30 days.
Okay.
And let me come back to the pod.
So, but you know, what ultimately they found you guilty of, that would be considered a class 2?
Yes, classification 2, yes.
So it doesn't go on your permanent record and all of that?
I don't think so. I think it's inner jail politics.
What was the punishment?
They can pretty much do whatever they want to do.
Loss of commissary.
Loss of commissary.
I think they pretty much dropped the class 1 charge against me because they didn't want my lawyer to be there.
Wow. Okay.
Was there a record? Was there a court record? Stenographer or anything?
Was there a court reporter or anything like that in the room?
Nope, not at all. Like I said, it was a kangaroo court. When they took me out of my cell, you know, they brought me into the room, sat me down at the table, told me what was going to happen, and basically they did whatever they wanted to do, and I couldn't really say anything.
So, well, does anybody else have any other questions? Any questions from the live?
What is he, as far as the J6, what is he facing right now?
What charges are you facing in regards to January 6th?
2 assaults.
Okay, and the question I have is, you know, I think a lot of people you were initially home on pre-trial release.
Yes.
Yes. What is it, if you can talk about it, I don't want to do anything or say anything that gets you in trouble in any way, but what is it that violated you to bring you here?
It was a weapons charge. I had a weapon in my house that I wasn't supposed to have.
Randy.
Home protection.
Is he on the Campbell
That's how I looked at it.
lawsuit registry?
I'm a true believer in the Constitution. I don't believe that the government has a right to tell me. I don't want to get into all this, but you know, I don't want to talk about that really.
No, absolutely. I apologize for that. I just wanted to. I'm trying to think of things that people out there are watching this, things that they might want to know. You know, questions that they might have.
Sure.
Can you tell us
Absolutely.
this January 6th story? Can you describe this? January 6th?
I would stay away from anything that could be construed as hurting him in his case. You know what I mean? So, you know, in regards to everything that you've been through in there, is there anything, you know, related to your family or anything like that we can keep in mind when we pray for you?
The only family I have left is my sister, who I love dearly, and I hope she's doing fine. I hope she's doing well. I haven't talked to her in 2 weeks. I probably won't be able to talk to her for another 30 days. But I hope she's okay. I hope my family's okay. Other than that, the only thing else in this world I truly love is my dog, and I miss my dog very much. It's my PTS therapy dog that I lost. Yeah.
Hey, Bart.
Yes.
I'm going to check into some things about the lawsuit that's going on for Camp Lejeune, and I need to know if you're registered for that lawsuit.
I am.
Thank you.
In terms of like the services and like the chaplain and all of that, in terms of what's available or not available to you guys in there, I mean, is there support personnel in any way, shape, or form that you guys have access to?
You have to be vaccinated.
So that's a straight up requirement?
That's a straight up requirement, yes.
Really? From what I understand, do we have guys in there that have taken the vaccine? And
we have a couple, yeah.
And do they have access to those personnel that help?
The one, Ronnie Sandlin did. He went to the church services because he got vaccinated, yeah.
Okay.
they can't go to church services without being vaccinated.
Correct. That's right. Yep.
You got your 6, brother!
That's against the First Amendment.
Yep, that's a First Amendment violation. We don't know how many amendment violations for these guys just being there